Hello, I am Damarie, and you have stumbled upon Eden Rose Tarot. Eden Rose is a way of life, and I'm really happy and grateful that you are here to share that way of life with me and to, learn and grow and expand. And that's really what this place is all about. So I hope that you receive here exactly what it is that you are hoping to receive or needing to receive. I send all the greatest love out to you from the depths of my soul. And yeah, let's get started. So I began this reading yesterday, and it is a reading of love. Let me tell you, it is a reading of love. If you were on my live on Instagram, and I am the consciousness coach, I'm the consciousness coach here, but on Instagram, I am 3 Den Rose. So it's, obviously at the number 3, DEN Rose _ consciousness coach. Consciousness _ coach. Excuse me. That's a mouthful. Why don't I just place it for you? Wherever you see it on this video screen, don't know where it's going to be, but it will be there. It will also be in the description below. But you can check out my lives every day. I don't have a set time that I do them. Usually I like to try in the morning, but there isn't a specific set time that I do my lives. But usually my lives are a precursor to the reading that I am going to do today. The reading's on YouTube. So if you want to hear the beginning of all that energy, then you can sure as heck go there. So the reading is, I'm going to have to really tap into the energy at this point because it's almost been 24 hours. And that is because I have my grandfather who's visiting my family right now. And so things have kind of just been, everybody's schedule's a little bit off. And then also I have been getting a cold, a sickness. And to be honest, it's just a little tower that I've experienced for myself and that I'm experiencing right now for me in my life. And so I'm just going to, take it as it comes and appreciate it and take it one step at a time. But the reason why I wasn't able to do my reading yesterday is because I just wasn't feeling up to it. I was completely drained. And so today I'm feeling a little bit better. My voice is a little bit funky. I've got my tissues here ready to go. But yeah, it's just been one of those couple of days, just one of those times. So anyhow, let's take a couple breaths and get into that energy. So this is a general reading for the collective. This reading is specifically about love. This is how it started off yesterday. So we're just going to do a little bit of a continuation and see what Spirit has to say about this love. It's like a love square, actually. Like where we left off yesterday, it was like this, option between 3 different people. And if it wasn't 3 different people as an option, then it was like one person who has gone through this transformation. And has gone through 3 different stages in their transformation. So the first card's out of the deck. Wow. Okay, so this is divinely guided. Most definitely. Okay. When I see the High Priestess, immediately my mind goes towards ancestors. Okay. And it being sort of blessed by the gods, it's blessed by your ancestors. It's their energy is helping to bring this situation in. The parts about it that the 2 of Swords is here. The parts about this union or potential union that you have with one of these suitors. Now, this card is about the suitor that you're going to choose, or that. No, not that you're going to choose. You could choose. Some of us will choose the king. Some of us will choose one of the pages that was out there from yesterday's reading. So let's just get a little bit of groundwork done here. So there are 3 options. The first option is, sorry, not a page, but a knight, okay? First option is a Knight of Pentacles. The second option was the Knight of Rods, I'm going to say. And the third option was a king. I think it was the King of Pentacles. Yes. Third option was the King of Pentacles. So now this energy is is stepping forward as the King of Swords. And I believe that he's got this sword because he is chopping down the competition. He's like, no, this is my situation. This is my lady. I'm taking her, which is fantastic. It could be also, this is my man. I'm taking him. By no means is this reflective of, male and female by any means. It's just an energy that we're following. So the energy of this king is very, very direct. He is not playing. Now, for you, you're still sort of in this position of not quite knowing, being maybe a little bit indecisive, choosy, haven't quite made a choice. Perhaps you haven't been even in the position to truly have to make a choice, so you're just kind of sitting on it and letting things unfold on its own, which is great because they're going to unfold in a wonderful way. Regardless of what you choose right now, it looks like it's going to turn out to be something that's pretty awesome. But the truth of the matter is that this place that you're in where you're not quite knowing, you're keeping yourself in, right? You've stepped yourself into this position, and you're holding yourself stagnant. You're holding yourself hostage, so to speak. Okay, let's do a little stretch. Sorry. Woo. Oh, I have to apologize. If you don't know, when I channel and do my thing, I yawn. Don't know why. It's just how energy runs through me. I'm not actually tired. I'm very rested, especially since I'm sick. I like to rest. So I apologize for yawning. I am not tired. Yeah, it's self-inflicted. It's you're holding yourself back. Othello. My dog. Hold on, guys. Let me just let him out really quick. Hello. Okay, so yeah, the position that you're in is self-inflicted, right? You are almost choosing to stay in this position of, it's not confusion, but it definitely is like a, I'm not going to make a choice kind of energy. I will not make a choice. I'm just going to sit on this and wait. Blind, right? Unknowing. There's a part of this, the energy that you're not quite privy to. This king definitely hasn't stepped forward yet, but he's got his battle gear and the clouds are pushing him forwards. Like, look at him. He's got it all. He's surrounded by nature. He's ready to go to battle. He's clearly got some fruitful situations going on. He's holding, what is it? Dried grass, dried corn or something, like something from some sort of field. It looks like it's been harvested. He is, awesome. His crown is made of solid gold. Clearly, he's got dough. And for me, in this deck especially, anything that has to do with clouds, the clouds are always the divine stepping in, having a hand in the outcome of a situation. So he is divinely guided, this king. And he is coming. Whichever one of these kings or knights, whichever one of these kings or knights that is coming toward you, or the one that you choose, It's like it doesn't even matter. Either way, it's going to be perfectly orchestrated to suit your situation the way you need it. Be the person that you need them to be. It's going to be perfect for you, regardless of which one it is. So it kind of, it kind of entails that you need to sort of be in this position of, I'm not going to choose. I'm just going to blind myself for now. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to let all these things occur. I'm going to enjoy these people individually, if that's what you're doing. Or I'm just going to date all of them, see what happens. Of course, do it safely, right? But it's let's just pull more cards. Let's do that. It's a good thing that you're kind of approaching it from this position. It seems like it's very much supported. We got the moon here in 2 cards. The ancestors are, in agreement with how you're handling things. So you're being supported. Most definitely. Okay, let's get some clarification on the High Priestess here. Yeah, 10 of Wands. So, it may seem, here we go. It may seem as if, a lot of work needs to be done and there's lots on the table to do. But you have all the tools that you need to accomplish all of these different mundane little activities and, responsibilities, as well as, the less mundane things. Either way, you have all the tools that you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish. So trust, that everything is going to work out the way it works out. This love story is going to be exactly what it's supposed to be, exactly when it's supposed to be. So don't push it, don't rush it, just enjoy the time, the space that you're in right now. Yeah, the ancestors, you're getting a lot of messages from the ancestors, because of, they're providing you. Okay, so I was talking about this last night. Alcohol is sometimes called spirits, right? So not sometimes, but it used to be called spirits. And the reason why it was called spirits is not just for no reason, but when you drink alcohol, your body goes into a particular vibration that allows for spirits, other energies, to enter into your body. So, I'm not saying you're drinking in order to accomplish this, but your ancestors are doing sort of that kind of thing. They are entering into you and then, inserting thoughts, downloading information into your mind, different ideas, different thoughts, different solutions, all sorts of things that are going to lead you to the place that, you want to be in. Or I guess the place that you're going. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you want to be in it. This shit is about to go off regardless. This might be a very short period of time. This might be a very long period of time. I truly can't tell. I think for everyone it's going to be different, but it's the same energy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the next card out of the deck is the Four of Swords. Endings. The divine. This is a clarification for the Ace of Swords. The divine, God, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Christ, whichever one you want to, relate to and subscribe to, or whatever name you use for it. That energy is bringing endings, whether or not you like it. It's time to move on. It's like this message doesn't get old. Like, oh my God. It's like this message doesn't get old. It just keeps coming back and back and back and back. Endings. Shit is going to end and new things will begin. You will not be in this energy for very much longer. It's just simple. You just won't. You just won't. One moment, please. Okay, so I totally apologize for blowing my nose on camera, but the truth is, guys, I have a post-nasal drip. If I don't blow this sucker right here, I'm going to be so congested in my chest, and I'm going to end up with some kind of infection, and heck no. So y'all get to hear me and potentially see me blow my nose. I apologize. Anyway. Yeah, the divine is bringing about this ending. The divine is bringing about this clarity to the situation. So in the reading before, we had these three options. For some of us, it's three options. For some of us, it's one person who has evolved and is now going to be stepping forward as this king. He's officially received his kingship. His crown has been handed to him. Now he's ready to test out his sword. So let's get some clarification on this king. When is he coming? How is he coming? Or she, that person in their own power, feeling great, doing great, making that cash, making the money, doing all the things that they want to do with their life, still looking for love, but everything else is in order, right? Whoever that person is, let's get a little bit of information about their energy and what they're all about right now. That was a surprise. Okay. Should I be reading this in reverse? Yes. I used to pull this card so often, and now I haven't seen it in a very long time. The Eight of Swords. So this person was in a situation where they felt trapped and binded to their circumstances. But they've flipped it on its head. This card came out in reverse. And usually I don't read reversals unless I'm called to actually read them in reverse. And I'm being called to read this card in reverse today. They have gone through the ringer. They have gone through it and emerged on the other end as a king. That's what's up. They just said, fuck it. I'm done. I need to pick up my socks and get a move on. This could also be your energy as well. Because this person here who's so stagnant, I mean, not only are they stagnant with who they're choosing or their love life, but this person is also stagnant in potentially career. Not just career, but like attracting of abundance, attracting of money. This person is kind of was at a standstill. See, the difference between this card and this card is that this person is doing it to themselves. They've blinded themselves as a challenge, I'm going to try this without any extra things popping in and being influential. I'm just going to do this shit. This person, but still avoiding, it's still hiding nonetheless. It's still wearing a mask. It's still a level of a lack of trust, actually, to a degree. This card, for instance, this way for you, excuse me, she has been tied up, like somebody messed her up good. She's been tied up. It's been out of her control. And, she's cold, she's tired. Her castle's in the background. She's trying to get back home. Like, she's just not having it. And this is definitely a trapping of a person, but a trapping of them by virtue of someone else. It's not them trapping themselves, like in the Two of Swords. This is a result of, This is a result of someone else or some situation producing the reality of being trapped. But this king is no longer in this position anymore. He's released himself, and he's coming forward. There's a whole lot of swords in this reading. Wow. All right. Woo! Again, I apologize for yawning. Okay, this is, yeah. So the clarifying card for the Two of Swords is the Hanged Man. It's the exact same message I'm receiving from this card. Look at this Hanged Man. Oh, there we go. He's hanging. But he's hanging by one foot. Look at his face. He's chill. He is cooler than a cucumber. He knows that at any second now he's going to be able to sit up, lift himself up, and just chop that rope, or maybe it's in a loose special tie. You could just, pull one end of it and the whole thing comes out. Either way, he is in full control here. Might not appear to be that way, but he is. He's in complete control over his fate. It appears like stagnance. It appears like being stuck, but it's not, because it's self-inflicted. It's almost like he put himself up there to prove a point. She is covering her own eyes to prove a point. I don't know what the point is. This energy I'd love to see evolve, to be honest, because it's a very powerful position to be in. However, there's still a level of, lostness there. There's still a level of, it's like putting on a mask, carrying on the facade. However, it's an incredibly powerful place to be. Like I said, this person is not making any choices. It might, or not even that. Excuse me. It looks as if this person isn't making any choices, but they're just gathering all the information. They might have their eyes closed and blinded, but they're taking in energy and information from everywhere else, using their other senses to come to a full picture of what's really going on so that they can make a clear choice. It may look like, it's a self-inflicted, self-loathing, maybe even a little bit, I can do it all by myself complex kind of thing. But truly, this energy is actually kind of needed. It's going to help you discern when that person comes to you and says, this is what I want. I love you. I want us to be married. I want us to have, and I'm talking about that kind of love, like very quick, very easy. The person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, no problem. This person is trying to prepare themselves by just not giving any attention to it at all. They're saying, if you want to do this, then you have to rise to my level. So it is a very large position of power. Wow. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to stop it there. Just because I'm really not feeling my best, and this is a very taxing type of gig especially when you're not feeling well. So energetically, I'm starting to shift. So I think we're going to stop. But what I do want to say is that this love that's coming in is one that is great, and but you have to create the space in your life for it to enter. And so staying stagnant is great. It's great energy, but within that stagnance, you also have to, get moving and start organizing all of those rods. Organizing them and getting them in a row, and, using the ancestors, using your intuition to guide you, because that's exactly what is going to happen. and greatness is going to flourish. It's going to grow out of the process of you trusting and living that trust on a daily basis. So I leave you with a yawn. I leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. My readings will be a lot longer than this regularly, but for today, I just am not up to it to go super duper long. My body's not up for it. My mind is not up to be open for that long. I need to replenish and, build back up my stamina. So, spiritual stamina. So yeah, I love you. Peace and love and light. Again, my name is Damarie, and this is Eden Rose, and Eden Rose is a way of life. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I really do appreciate all of you, and I truly mean it when I say this is actually a calling of mine. This is something that I know I'm meant to do, and so the fact that I can step forward and give you guys or deliver you guys messages that are could be life-changing, could be incredibly important to you. I'm really honored that I have the opportunity to do that and to channel source energy toward you. Excuse me. I'm really grateful that I can channel that energy toward you, and yeah, I look forward to seeing and hearing about everybody's transformation. If this video resonated, please do leave a comment. I will be so happy to read all of them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Come back soon, because there are going to be daily readings from this point on a regular basis. Some days I may take off, but I just play things by ear. Like I said, I follow my intuitive senses. So if Spirit says go, then I go. And if not, I stay put. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Peace.